So, welcome to Dino's greatest game show of all time. Today, we are going to be ranking VTubers based on what kind of date that I would want to take them on. Basically, I'm just gonna be taking random VTubers on different dates, and I will be building scenarios around that. She'll transform into a worm, throw her into the volcano, pick her up by the scruff of her neck. It will be fun. First VTuber, Remithecerby, will go to an amusement park. You know, like there's these parks that scary people come and they scare us to death. I will go all in here, all high and mighty, like, oh, I will protect you, Sari. And then Sari will be like, all right. But then, once the clowns appear, I will be too afraid to move. And Sari will be the one who has to rescue me out of the park. Sari will be the brave one. Next date that we will go on is with Sarua. We will go out on a little excursion in a park. We have a plan. We have a reason for being here. Because all the children in the park have delicious candy. And of course, we are gonna steal the candy from the children. Mostly because we are all both really short, that a childless although we will be able to take on together. The child might even be able to beat us up later. Leave us for dead and grab the candy back. So the next date is with Chris of me. Since we both are Nekomatas, you know, we share some aspects in life. So I think that we two would be able to go on a gourmet soul run. Since we both eat souls, we will find the most delicious souls that we can gourmet on. We will eat corrupt people. We have extremely happy people, really creative people, but basically yes. We'll sample all of the different kinds of souls that exist and just go on a gourmet run for souls. Next date that would... It is with a delicious... No, I mean a delicious... I mean a beautiful Kira. I'm sorry, I did not mean to call you delicious. I'm a little crazy now. I've gone on a gourmet soul hunt. She is a gardener. It would make sense that I would just say, me and Kira, we are going to go on a gardening date, right? False. We two will transform into worms. And we will live the best worm life that a worm could ever live, okay? And only eat the finest of the dirt. Maybe some bandits will try to get here and steal some sunflowers. If we are lucky enough, this bandit out of his sack may drop a piece of candy onto our soil that we can feast upon for eons and have the finest cuisine that a worm could ever ask for. Would you love me and Kira if we were worms? The truest question has come to be answered. I know for sure me and Kira will love each other even though we are worms. I mean, hopefully she likes this date. I'll have to get her opinion on that. Next date is Love. As you can see, Love looks a little scared of me. That is fully fine to be afraid of me. A lot of people are. So, what I'm going to do about the situation is that I am going to lock you up in my basement. I'm gonna lock you up in my basement until you get Stockholm Syndrome and love me for real. As long as you're alive, we'll play video games together. I mean, you'll still be locked up, but at least you like me. Maybe one day I can let you see the sun again. But that's up to you, love. Okay, our next victim, date. We are going to go on a trash can date. We'll go behind our local Target. So we will go find some tomatoes. We will go find maybe some hamburgers or some like sandwiches that they threw away. We could also make some new friends that we could call family or pets in the future. We'll wine, dine like royalty, fully free food, find some friends, and we'll talk for hours. Matty! You know how there are cat cafes? must be a dog cafe out there somewhere, right? We will pet the dogs all day. We'll drink some nice roast coffee. Of course, we have to both be in our slime forms on this date. Obviously, now I have an imposter on the loose in the middle of the screen, but that's fine. So imagine two slimes coming into a freaking dog cafe. Like, do you have any dogs to pet? We want to pet your dogs! Now the dog is filthy with slime. Next date that we are going to go on is with Cookie. This story needs a little bit more setting up. I am walking in my lonesome. It is Valentine's Day. Everyone thinks I'm too annoying. No one wants to spend time with me. But what do I see in the distance? A haunted house that has been organized by our local community. I go through the haunted house, scared. She pops up, crawls on the ground. Rah! I do not get scared. I make eye contact with Cookie. I fall in love immediately. I pick her up by the scruff of her neck and walk away with her. We visit my favorite gas station. I pay for a slushie for each of us. She no longer wants to escape because she has a slushie in her hand. So why would she want to escape me? I can put her down. Next date is with a fellow gremlin. Of course. As the two gremlins we are, we would so go down and burn down a building together. After the building has burned down and we see the flames of our success, we will go to our local cat cafe. Maybe we would even adopt some kittens together. Now all of the cats that we adopted, yes, they will go with us and do arson. Next person, it's Whimmy! We would go to our local cafe, bring out our drawing utensil, and we would just give each other random art props. Imagine you have a piece of paper. You fold it a bunch of times and you cannot see what like the previous person drew. So one person draws a head, has like horns. I will draw like a devil for a face. Yeah, he wants your souls. He wants to eat you up. That's the head that I draw. And then Whimmy, she is not able to see what I just drew. And instead, she draws a body. And maybe she is like, oh wow, I feel like drawing a princess. Princess is ready to party out in the wild. And then I draw the legs. And I choose, I wanna draw real hairy man legs. And then we unfold a piece of paper, revealing the full caricature that we just drew. Ta-da! Here's our caricature. I feel like this will be a really lovely and fun date. We can just laugh for hours together about that. Our next date person is an Ibby. Maybe we could go snorkeling together. I mean, I will have the snorkel. You probably can breathe underwater. And also, since I am a cat, I would do my best to resist the urges of actually eating you because, you know, you're a shrimp, I am a cat, it's Beastars all over again. This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna go on a beautiful date, but I will constantly be like, I wanna eat you! And then I'm like, no, I can't eat you! I love you! And there will be a will they, won't they come together in the end? How will this drama series continue? Who knows? Then, our next contestant's ice cream is usually made from vanilla beans, right? So, we would go to a famous pier. At the end of this bridge here, in the middle of the water, is the ice cream parlor. And there will be a beautiful date of us just eating ice cream. Unless vanilla beans smells so good. It's radiating in the air. Who loves the smell of food? The seagulls come! They come to attack us! They try to eat vanilla beans, but no, I fight them off! I throw my ice cream at the seagulls. They grab it and they fly away, content with my ice cream. Vanilla Beans gets to keep her own ice cream, and I will be there. Don't worry, babe, I got you. I will protect you from anything, even the seagulls. Next date is going to be with Dima! We go on an excursion. We go climb the big volcano mountain and look at the lava. It's boiling and bubbling. This island needs a sacrifice. I'm sorry, Dima. This island has been suffering. They have been eating cold soup for millennia. Cold soup is all they know, Dima. They need to be happy again. They are living in terror, in fear of the cold soup, because it's disgusting. So Dima, for the town's well-being, I throw her into the volcano, where she is sacrificed to the soup gods, so that no one have to eat cold soup ever again. People will be able to once again enjoy the warm or hot soup that it was designed to be. That is how our date would go down. Who is my next victim? A dragon likes gold, so I want to make you happy. We are going to go to the nearby kingdom and demand the king for his gold. Give us your treasury, old man, we come in and say. And of course, I will be riding your shoulders into battle, because I feel like as a dragon, that is your duty to carry me on your shoulders. If the king refuses to give us the gold, we will go into battle against the kingdom. You will be both my artillery and my shield. I hope that is okay with you. Next person that we go on our date is... And this is the last date as well. The last date that we will go on is with Ventura. We will go and steal Elon Musk's spaceship. Prepare for liftoff. The spaceship goes into orbit in 10, 9, 6, 1. We get to the beautiful cosmos beyond. Once we're here, we start stargazing on all the beautiful stars that our sky is filled with. As we continue to fly toward the space, we near a star. I reveal I have stolen, and I've named after you Ventura, and then we return safely back to Earth. That was all the dates that we got to experience today. I hope you guys enjoyed to listen to my fabulous date ideas, and I hope that the people who I go on dates with will fall madly in love with me after them, and they will enjoy them greatly.